Hello everyone, myself Vinay Kumar M. I am actually pursuing PhD in physics. So in this particular YouTube channel, I will be teaching physics, chemistry and mathematics starting from 8th standard till 12th standard. So if you want to learn physics, chemistry and mathematics, then please do subscribe to my channel. So now I am actually teaching 8th standard mathematics chapters. So here I have already taught the first chapter, that is rational numbers. So you can go to my playlist section of my YouTube channel and you can find the playlist for my 8th standard mathematics chapter explanation in English. So now I am actually teaching the second chapter of 8th standard mathematics, that is linear equations in one variable. So any kind of expressions, if you actually find LHS and RHS which are equated together, then such kind of expressions will be known as equations. So when the one expression is equal to the other expression, we actually equate them. So whenever one quantity becomes equal to another quantity, then we are equating that using this equals to symbol. So such kind of expressions can be known as equation. So let us say we have 3x plus 7 is equal to some 10. So if we have this kind of expression, this shows this 3x plus 7 is equal to the 10, the number 10. That means now if you solve this particular equation, you will find the value of x. So here you should substitute only that value for x, which will make this particular 3x plus 7 equal to 10. That means LHS should be equal to RHS. So here we have equations. Now we know what is equations, but what do you mean by linear equations? So any equation which contains variable which has power 1 equal to 1. That means this x is actually known as variable. So any numbers which has fixed values, like if you say 3 or if you take 7, then the number is fixed. So the value of 3 and the value of 7 is fixed, but the value of x is not fixed, because 3 means 3, 7 means 7, but x we don't know. Based on what number can be fitted into this x, based on this equation we can decide. So that means this x can take any value. So that's why these kind of alphabets are known as variables. So here these 3 is fixed, 7 is fixed. So x will act as a variable. So even instead of x you can take a, or you can take b, you can take c. So any alphabets if you are taking, they all acts as variables in an equation, and power of that particular variable, for example x power 1, will be accounting for linear equations. So if you are considering any kind of equation like this, as I gave one example, 3x plus 7 is equal to 10. So here you can see x has power 1. So only the variables which has power 1 will be known as linear equations. So for example, if I have something like 3x square plus 7 is equal to some number, let's say 50. So now this particular variable has power 2. So if a variable has power equal to 1, then only it will become a linear equation. If variables in this particular equation have power greater than 1, that is power is greater than 1, then that particular variable containing equation is not linear equation, but this particular equation will become quadratic equation. So now we are actually not discussing about quadratic equations, we are just discussing linear equations. So now we've understood what is equations, and now we've understood what are linear equations. So anything which is computed, like LHS and RHS is computed, then such kind of expressions are known as equations, and the variables which are there in this particular equation contains power equal to 1, then that kind of equations are known as linear equations. If it is greater than 1, then based on how much power is there for that variable, the equations will go on changing. So now we are not discussing higher order equations, we are only discussing the first order equation, that is linear equation. So variable, the power of the variable will be equal to 1. So these kind of equations are known as linear equations. So now you got an idea about equations, now you got an idea about linear equations. Now What do you mean by one variable? That means that particular equation contains only one variable. That shows, for example, I already told A, B, C, like this alphabets can act as variables in mathematics. So if I take one example like 3x plus 7 is equal to 10, in this particular equation you can find only one variable, and this variable has power 1. That shows this particular equation is linear equation, and this particular equation contains only one variable. So that's why these kind of equations are known as linear equations in one variable. This is the essence of this particular chapter. So now you have understood what are equations. Now you have understood what is linear equation, and now you also understood linear equation in one variable means equation which contains a linear, like a variable with power equal to 1, and only one variable will be there in that particular equation. Then such kind of equations are known as linear equations in one variable. For example, if I take another example like 3x plus maybe 4y is equal to 20, then this particular equation is linear equation. So this is actually linear equation, but this is not in one variable. This is in two variable. Why? Because here I have taken x as one variable and y as the other variable. So in this particular equation we have two variables, but we are actually dealing with linear equations in one variable. So these kind of examples we cannot give for linear equations in one variable. Since even this equation is a linear equation, still there are two variables in this particular equation. Even after becoming linear equation, still it contains two variables. Hence you cannot give this example for linear equations in one variable, whereas this example can be given because this is linear equation and also this particular equation contains only one variable. But this equation contains two variables, but still this is also a linear equation. Now you might be thinking, if we have same variable on both sides, then that become one variable or two variables. That will also become one variable. So let's say you have 3x plus 7 is equal to 1x plus 2. So if you have an equation like this, so here also this particular equation is linear equation because variables which are there in this particular equation has power equal to 1. So power is actually 1. Hence this particular equation also becomes a linear equation. But here you might be having doubt that two variables are there, but actually these are one and the same because x, here also x is there, here also x is there. So I can take this 1x this side and it will become minus 1x. So always you should remember, if you move a term from LHS to RHS and from RHS to LHS, then addition becomes subtraction, subtraction becomes addition, and if you're moving multiplication to the right hand side or left hand side, then it will become division. So division, if you are moving to the right hand side or left hand side, then division will be converted into multiplication. So now 1x is actually added with this 2. So I am bringing this 1x to left hand side, hence it becomes subtraction on left hand side, so it will become minus 1x. So 3x minus 1x, and let's say 7 will be here itself. So that will be equal to 2. So now you can actually solve this. Only when variables are same for both the terms, then only you can actually add or subtract those two values. Because if you have 3x minus 1y, then you cannot do 3 minus 1. You cannot say 2xy. No, it is wrong. Because here variables are different. When variables are different, you cannot do subtraction or addition. Here variables are same. Only when variables of two numbers are same, then only you can add or subtract those two numbers. So now along with this 3 you have x, along with this 1 you have x. So this particular 1 and this particular 3 has same variables. Hence you can actually perform the subtraction between 3x and 1x. So 3x minus 1x will become 2x plus 7. So now you can see here there were like x was there in two places, but now after solving this equation you got x in only one place. That means you have actually solved this equation to this particular extent. So now you can see there is only one variable present in this particular equation. So this confirms that this equation is also a linear equation with one variable, because even though x is written two times, still it is the same variable. Hence this also becomes one variable. So linear equation in one variable. So this example can also be given for linear equations in one variable, because after solving you can see x will be there in only one place. So now let us solve some examples where we can solve this equation and find the value of a particular variable. So coming to the first example, let's take 2x minus 3 is equal to x plus 2. So you have this particular example. Now you should find the value of this particular x. So now you can take this x to left hand side. So it becomes 2x minus x. So this minus 3 you can take to right hand side. So that will become 2 plus 3. So when you solve this 2x minus x, so here you can see there is only one common variable. So you can easily perform subtraction. This x means it is by default 1x. So here you can perform subtraction between 2 and 1 because they have same variable x. So 2x minus 1x or 2x minus x will be x, which is equal to 2 plus 3. So 2 plus 3 is 5. So now after solving this equation, you got the value as 5. So the value for this particular variable x is 5. So now let us discuss another example. So in this particular example, you have fraction coming into the picture. So 5x plus 7 by 2 is equal to 3 by 2x minus 14. So this particular equation you have to solve. Here also there is only one variable present in this particular equation. So this is also one variable equation, and the power of this particular variable is 1 because x power 1, here also x power 1 is there. So this particular equation is also a linear equation. So to solve this, we should actually get rid of this 2 because we have 2 in this denominator. Here also we have 2 in the denominator. So what I will do is that I will multiply 2 on both sides. So whenever you perform any kind of operation, then you should perform that both on LHS and RHS, because you should see here there is an equality symbol. That means this value, this complete value should be equal to this particular complete value. That means LHS should always be equal to RHS. So whatever operation you do for LHS, you should do the same operation for RHS as well. Then only you can make LHS and RHS equal. So here, if I am multiplying 2 on LHS for all values which are present on LHS, then I should multiply that 2 for RHS as well. So that's why I am putting multiply 2 on both sides. That means both LHS and RHS. So for both LHS and RHS, you should actually multiply this 2. Then only the equation will satisfy. The equality between LHS and RHS will be satisfied. So now let us multiply 2 for this 5x plus 7 by 2. So if you are multiplying 2 for LHS, then you should multiply for both the terms 5x and 7 by 2. Here also for RHS also you should multiply 2 for both the terms, that is 3 by 2x minus 14. So when you multiply 2 with 5x, then it will become 10x. And when you multiply 2 with 7 by 2, 2 gets cancelled and you will be getting 7. So when you multiply 2 with 3 by 2, you will get 3x minus when you multiply 2 with 14, you will get 14 into 2, 28. Now you might be wondering, you have 2 here and you have 3 by 2x. So you might be seeing there is no variable for 2, but there is variable for this 3 by 2x. But still I multiplied 2 with 3 by 2. Why? Because in multiplication and division, irrespective of variables, you can multiply those numbers or you can divide those numbers. Only in addition and subtraction, you should always remember the variables of two numbers should be same. Then only you can actually add or subtract those two particular numbers. So here, even though there is no variable for this 2, still I can multiply that with 3 by 2x. Because I have also multiplied 2 on LHS, so I will multiply 2 on RHS as well. So now you have got equation 10x plus 7 is equal to 3x minus 28. So I will write that particular equation once again. So 10x plus 7 is equal to 3x minus 28. So now you can easily solve this particular equation, just how I solved the previous example. Similarly, you can solve this as well. So 3x you can take to left hand side, so that will become minus 3x. 7 you can take to right hand side, so plus 7 will become minus 28 minus 7. Here plus 7 was there, when you bring it to RHS, then it will become minus 7. So now you can solve 10x minus 3x, because variables are same. You can perform subtraction for this particular numbers. So 10 minus 3 is 7, so x will be common. So 10x minus 3x is 7x, minus 28 minus 7 is minus 35. So now you can actually bring this 7 to right hand side. So I told you that whenever you are bringing addition to left hand side, it will become subtraction. So whenever you bring subtraction to addition, it will become whenever you bring addition to right hand side or left hand side, then it will become subtraction. Whenever you bring subtraction to LHS or RHS, then it will become addition. Similarly, multiplication will be converted to division. Division will be converted to multiplication when you bring multiplication and division to left hand side or right hand side. So now here it is actually 7x. 7x means it is actually 7 into x. So now 7 into will become divided by 7 when you bring it to right hand side. So when you bring this 7 to right hand side, it will become 35 divided by 7, because here multiplication was there. So when multiplication operation is brought to the right hand side, then it will become division operation. So here when 7 is multiplied with x, which is brought to right hand side, it will become divided by 7. So now 35 divided by 7 is actually 7 ones are 7 5s are 35. So minus is there, so minus 5. So value of this particular x is minus 5. So after solving this particular equation, you got x value as minus 5. So now let us solve exercise 2.1. Here in this particular exercise you have 10 questions. So now I have solved 2 examples. Now I will be solving 4 questions out of this 10 questions. So the remaining 6 questions you can try on your own. So coming to the first question in this particular exercise, you have 3x is equal to 2x plus 18. So when you solve this particular equation, you will get what is the value of x. So you can bring 2x to left hand side, so that will become minus 2x. So 18 will be there on right hand side. So 3x minus 2x, variables are same. So you can easily perform this subtraction between these two numbers. So 3 minus 2 is 1 and x will be there. So 1x is equal to 18. 1x is nothing but x, which is equal to 18. So the value of x you are getting after solving this particular equation is 18. So x is equal to 18. This is the answer for first question. So next I will be solving fourth question. So fourth question in this particular exercise 2.1 is 4z plus 3 is equal to 6 plus 2z. So now you have linear equation and you have one variable in this particular linear equation. So after solving this, you should find what is the value of z. So you can bring this 2z to LHS so that you can actually subtract with this 4z. So 4z minus 2z. So when you bring this plus 3 to right hand side, then it will become 6 minus 3. So 4z minus 2z. So here variables are same. Here also z is there. Here also z is there. So you can easily perform the subtraction operation between these two numbers. So 4 minus 2 will be 2. Z will be there as common. So now 6 is there, minus 3 is there. So 6 minus 3 is 3. So the value for this 2z is 3. Now you should find the value for z. So here it is actually 2 into z. 2z means it is actually 2 into z. So when this multiplication operation is brought into right hand side, then it will go to the denominator, or it will become division operation. So 2 will go to the denominator of 3. So it will become 3 by 2. So the value of z will be 3 by 2 when you solve this particular equation. Now I will solve 7th question in this particular exercise 2.1. That is x is equal to 4 by 5 into x plus 10. So if you solve this particular equation, you have 5 here. So I should get rid of this 5. So I will actually multiply 5 on both sides. If you are performing a certain kind of operation like multiplying by 5, then you should do that on both sides, that is on both LHS and RHS. So now if I multiply 5 on both sides, then it will become 5x on LHS, and it will become 5 into 4 by 5 into x plus 10. So now here you are not multiplying 5 with 4 by 5 x and 10. Here you should only multiply with this one single term, because here multiplication is there. So bracket is actually opened, means there is actually multiplication symbol between 4 by 5 and x plus 10. So this alone acts as one term. So this alone acts as one term. So you are just multiplying 5 for this one particular term. So that's why you are just multiplying 5 with 4 by 5 into x plus 10. So 5 and 5 gets cancelled. So it will become 4 into x plus 10. Here it will be 5x on LHS. So I'll just write this equation one more time. So 5x is equal to 4 into x plus 10. Now you can actually bring this 4 inside bracket. So this 4 should be multiplied for this first term and this for this second term as well, because 4 is actually common for x and 10 both. So 4 into x will be 4x plus 4 into 10 will be 40. Now you can bring this 4x to left hand side. So it is plus 4x. So when you bring that to left hand side, it will become minus 4x. So 5x minus 4x will be equal to 40. So 5x minus 4x is x, because 5 minus 4 is 1, is equal to 40. So x is equal to 40. So the answer for 7th question will be 40. Coming to the 9th question in this particular exercise, they have given 2y plus 5 by 3 is equal to 26 by 3 minus y. Now let us get rid of this particular 3. So we will multiply 3 on both sides. That means we are multiplying this 3 on LHS and RHS for both. So when you multiply this 3 for this LHS, then you should multiply for both the terms, because in previous problem 4 by 5 into x plus 10 was there. So bracket was there. So this acted as one single term. But now in this particular case, there are two terms present. This 2y acts as one term and this 5 by 3 acts as another term. So now you should multiply this 3 for this both term, and even on RHS you should multiply this for 26 by 3 and minus y, because here there is no bracket, there is no multiplication symbol, hence these two acts as two different terms. Here also these two acts as two different terms. So you should multiply 3 for everything. So when you multiply 3 with this particular 2y plus 5 by 3, so 3 will be outside, 2y plus 5 by 3 will be inside bracket. This shows 3 should be multiplied with 2y and 3 should also be multiplied with 5 by 3 is equal to, you should perform the same operation on RHS as well. So that will be 3 into 26 by 3 minus y. Now you can multiply 3 into 2. So 3 into 2 will be 6y. So 3 into 5 by 3 will be 3 gets cancelled. So only plus 5 will be remaining. Now again if you cancel this 3 and 3, 26 will be remaining, and again you should multiply this 3 with minus y as well. So that becomes minus 3y. Now you can see I have got a linear equation, that is 6y plus 5 is equal to 26 minus 3y. You can bring this minus 3y to LHS, so then this becomes plus 3y. So 6y plus 3y. You can bring this minus 5 to RHS, it will become minus 5. So 26 minus 5. So here you got 6y plus 3y. So 6y plus 3y is actually 9y. So 9y is equal to 26 minus 5 is actually 21. So 9y is equal to 21. Now you can actually bring this into 9 to RHS. So that will become divided by 9. So y is equal to 21 by 9. So 21 by 9 is actually 7 by 3, because 7 3s are 21, 3 3s are 9. So 7 by 3. So the value after solving this particular equation, what you are getting is y is equal to 7 by 3. Let me solve 10th question as well in this particular exercise. So 10th question is 3m is equal to 5m minus 8 by 5. So here also this is linear equation, because you have only one, because you have only power as 1 for this particular variable and you have only one variable. So this is also linear equations in one variable. Now you can bring this 5m to left hand side. Then this will become 3m minus 5m, and minus 8 by 5 will be there on this particular right hand side itself. Now when you solve this particular equation, you will actually get 3 minus 5, that is minus 2. M is common because m is same variable for these two numbers, so that's why you can perform subtraction between 3 and 5. So 3 minus 5 is minus 2m. Now you have minus 2m is equal to minus 8 by 5. That shows minus 2m, the minus symbol is there. So you can bring this to right hand side, and you can bring this minus 8 by 5 to left hand side. So that will become 8 by 5 is equal to 2m. Or you can write this as 2m is equal to 8 by 5. Because you have subtraction on both sides, so when you interchange, plus will be there. So you can actually equate it as 2m is equal to 8 by 5, or 8 by 5 is equal to 2m as well. So now you have equation 2m is equal to 8 by 5. So now you can bring this into 2 to the right hand side. So that will become division. So divided by 2. So m is equal to 8 by 5 divided by 2. So into 1 by 2. So now you can actually solve this particular equation. So 8 into 1 is 8, 5 into 2 is 10. So 8 by 10. So 8 by 10 is actually 4 by 5, because 2 4s are 8, 2 5s are 10. So the value for m is 4 by 5. So after solving this particular 10th question, you have got answer as m is equal to 4 by 5. So now let us actually solve exercise 2.2. So exercise 2.2, in exercise 2.2 also you have 10 problems. I'll just solve some 5 problems in that. So remaining 5 problems you can actually solve. Coming to the first question in this particular exercise 2.2, so you have x by 2 minus 1 by 5 is equal to x by 3 plus 1 by 4. Now you can actually solve this particular equation. So this x by 3 and x by 2 you can take on one side. So for that you can bring this x by 3 on right and left hand side. So here it is plus x by 3. So when you bring that to left hand side, it will become minus x by 3. So x by 2 minus x by 3. So this minus 1 by 5, when you take it to right hand side, it will become plus 1 by 5. So 1 by 4 plus 1 by 5. So the equation which you have got here is x by 2 minus x by 3 is equal to 1 by 4 plus 1 by 5. So now you can solve this equation. Now you can take LCM of this particular 2 and 3. So the LCM of 2 and 3 will be 2 into 3. So 2 into 3 will be 6. 2 into 3 will be 6. So 6 is your LCM. Now x by 2 into 6 minus x by 3 into 6 whole divided by 6. So this you can actually do, because while solving fractions you should actually take LCM present in the denominator when you have different denominators. Similarly you can do the same thing for this 1 by 4 and 1 by 5. So the LCM of 4 and 5 will be 20. So 1 by 4 into 20 plus 1 by 5 into 20, you should multiply LCM for both the terms and divide by 20. So now here 4 ones are 4, 4 5s are 20. So 5 ones are 5, 5 4s are 20. So it will be 5 plus 4 by 20 on RHS. So 5 plus 4 by 20. So on LHS it will be 2 ones are 2, 2 3s are 6. So 3 into x will be 3x. So here 3 ones are 3 2s are 6. So 2 into x will be 2x. So now you got 3x minus 2x divided by 6 on left hand side. So now you can easily solve this particular equation. So 3x minus 2x will become 1x, because x is common for these two terms, so you can directly subtract this 3 and 2. So it will be minus 1. So 3 minus 2 will be 1. So 1x divided by 6 will be there in the denominator. Here it is 5 plus, on our right hand side you have 5 plus 4 divided by 20. So 5 plus 4 is 9 divided by 20. Now you can bring this 6 on right hand side. So here it is actually divided by 6. So when you bring this division to RHS, it will become multiplication. So x will be equal to 9 by 20 into 6. So you can actually easily solve this particular question. So you have 2 3s are 6, 2 10s are 20. So 9 3s are 27. So 27 divided by 10 will be your answer for this particular equation. So after solving this equation, you will get x as 27 by 10. So x is equal to 27 by 10. So now let us move to the fifth question in this particular exercise. So the fifth question will be 3t minus 2 divided by 4 minus 2t plus 3 divided by 3 is equal to 2 by 3 minus t. So now you can actually eliminate this particular 4, 3 and 3 by taking common term for this 4, 3 and 3 by multiplying this by common term 4, 3 for 4, 3 and 3. So for that you should take LCM of 4, 3 and 3. So when you take LCM of this particular 4, 3 and 3, you will get 1, 1 and this will be 4 as it is. So 4 into 3 will be 12. So now you can actually multiply this entire equation by 12 on both LHS and RHS. So on both sides. So when you multiply 12 on both sides, then you should multiply for this particular first term and also for this particular second term in LHS, and you should also multiply this 12 for first term in RHS and also for second term in RHS. So that will be 12 into 3t minus 2 divided by 4 minus 12 into 2t plus 3 divided by 3 is equal to 12 into 2 by 3 minus 12 into t. So this will be your equation. So now you can easily solve this particular equation. So 4 1s are 4, 3s are 12. So here also 3 1s are 3, 4s are 12. Now you should multiply this 3 with 3t and also minus 2 and this 4 with 2t and with 3. So when you do that operation, you will get 3 into 3. Like 3 3s are 9t. So 9t minus 3 into 2 is 6. So minus 6. Here minus is there. So you put minus symbol as it is. And inside bracket you can write this. 4 into 2 will be 8t plus 4 into 3 will be 4 3s are 12. So plus 12. Close the bracket. Now this side also you can solve this particular equation. So 3 1s are 3, 3 4s are 12. So 4 into 2 will be 8. So 8 minus 12t. So the equation which you have got here is 9t minus 6 minus of 8t plus 12 is equal to 8 minus 12t. So now if you solve this particular equation, you can bring this 8t plus 12 outside bracket. So minus will be applied for 8t and 12 both. So it will become minus 8t. Minus into plus will be minus. So minus 12 will be there on LHS is equal to 8 minus 12t. That will be on RHS. Now 9t and 8t are there, and here 12t is there on RHS. So you can bring this 12t to LHS. So it will become 9t minus 12 will become plus 12t minus 8t. So this minus 6 and minus 12 I will take that to RHS. So when you bring this minus 6 to RHS, it will become plus 6. When you bring this minus 12 to RHS, it will become plus 12, and here 8 is there. So plus 8. So now you can easily solve this particular equation. This variable, this variable, this variable are same. So you can easily perform addition and subtraction between these three numbers. So 9 plus 12 will be 21. 21 minus 8 will be 13. So you got 13t as answer on LHS. So on RHS, you have 6 plus 12, that is 18. So 6 plus 12 is 18, plus 8 is 26. So 18 plus 8 is 26. So now you can bring this into 13 to RHS. So that will become divided by 13. So t will be equal to 26 divided by 13. So 13 ones are 13 twos are 26. So t is equal to 2. So the answer which you have got after solving this particular equation is t is equal to 2. Now let me solve the sixth question in this particular exercise. So the sixth question is m minus 1 divided by 2 is equal to 1 minus m minus 2 divided by 3. So you have two terms on LHS. So m and m minus 1 by 2, and you have two terms in RHS as well, 1 and m minus 2 by 3. So now you can actually get rid of this 2 and 3. So to get rid of this 2 and 3, you can take LCM of 2 and 3. So that will be 6. So you can now multiply 6 on both sides. So multiply by 6 on both sides. So whatever is there in denominator, you should take LCM of that, and you should multiply that LCM for all the terms which is present in the equation. That is for first and second term which is there on this particular LHS, and also for first and second term which is there on this particular RHS. So you should multiply 6 for all of them. So 6 into m will be 6m minus 6 into m minus 1 divided by 2. Similarly, here also 6 should be multiplied with 1, that will become 6, minus 6 should also be multiplied with this second term as well. So 6 into m minus 2 divided by 3. So now we can solve this particular equation. It will become 2 1s are 2 3s are 6, 3 1s are 3 2s are 6. Now you should multiply 3 to m and 3 to minus 1. Here also 2 to m and 2 to minus 2. Now 6m will be as it is, minus 3 into m will become 3m, that I will put in bracket. So 3 into minus 1 will be minus 3. So 3m minus 3 I am putting in bracket, because this minus is common for both these terms. Hence when you remove this bracket, this minus 3 will become plus 3, because minus into minus will become plus. So that's why, because we should not get confused, I am putting bracket for this second term, is equal to 6 minus, here also I'll open a bracket for this particular second term, where you should multiply 2 with m and 2 with also minus 2. So 2 into m will be 2m and 2 into minus 2 will be minus 4. So this is the equation which you are getting. I am just writing this equation once again. 6m minus 3m minus 3 is equal to 6 minus 2m minus 4. This is the equation which we are getting. Now you can open up these brackets of second term which is there on LHS and RHS. So now it will become 6m minus 3m, because minus into plus will become minus, so minus 3m. So minus into minus will become plus. So if you refer my previous video, I have explained minus into minus, minus divided by minus will always become plus. So here minus into minus becomes plus 3 is equal to 6 minus 2m, because minus into plus 2m will become minus 2m. So minus into minus will become plus. So plus minus into minus 4 is plus 4. So now you can bring this 2m to LHS and this 3 to RHS. So when you bring your 2m to LHS, it will become minus 2m will become plus 2m. So when you bring this 3 to RHS, then 3 will become minus 3. So 6 plus 4 minus 3. So when you solve this particular equation, you will get the value for m. Here you have m as common variable for all these three numbers. So you can perform subtraction and addition with these three numbers. So 6 minus 3 will be 3. 3 plus 2 will be 5. So 5m is there on LHS. Here also you can do 6 plus 4, 10. 10 minus 3 is 7. So the value for m is 7 by 5. Because here into 5, when it goes to RHS, it will become divided by 5. So m is equal to 7 by 5 is the answer for this particular 6th question. So now let me solve the 8th question in this particular chapter. That is 15 into y minus 4 minus 2y minus 9. You should remember, wherever brackets are there, you should put those brackets there itself. So 5 into y plus 6, this whole will be equal to 0. So here RHS is 0, LHS is this particular big number. Now you have 15 into y minus 4. So this 15 will be multiplied for this both y and 4, and here also 2 will be multiplied by this for this y and minus 9. This 5 will be multiplied with y and also with 6. So now we can remove this bracket by multiplying this with two numbers which are there inside bracket. So 15 into y will become 15y. So 15 into 4 will become minus 60, because here minus 4 is there. Plus into minus will become minus. So plus 15 into minus 4 will become minus 60. Minus, here minus is there. So 2y is there. So 2 into y, I'll write this in bracket, 2y. Here 2 is there. So 2 into minus 9 will become minus 18. So minus is there outside. Now let us solve this third term as well. So 5 into y is 5y. So 5 into 6 is 6 5s are 30. That is equal to 0. This entire term will be equal to 0. Now let us remove this bracket as well. So 15y minus 60 So this minus into plus 2y will become minus 2y. So minus into minus will become plus 18 plus 5y plus 30 will remain as it is, which will be equal to 0. Now you can solve this particular equation. Here 15y minus 2y and 5y can be added and subtracted with each other. Why? Because this particular terms have same variable. But you cannot actually perform the same operation with this particular 60, because you cannot subtract 15y minus 60, because here 15y has one variable but 60 has no variable with it. So you cannot perform addition and subtraction between these two numbers, because this has no variable and this has one variable. Even if this has variable, the variables should be same, then only you can perform addition and subtraction. Here 15y minus 2y and 5y has same variable y, so you can perform addition and subtraction for these three terms. So 15y minus 2y plus 5 will be 15 minus 2 plus 5. So 15 minus 2 is 13, 13 plus 5 is 18. So this becomes 18y. Similarly, this minus 60 plus 18 and plus 30 you can actually add together. So 18 plus 30 will be 48. So 48 minus 60 will be minus 12, which is equal to 0. Now I will write this equation: 18y minus 12 is equal to 0. If you solve this particular equation, bring this minus 12 to RHS. So that will become plus 12. So 18y will become to 12. Now here it is into 18. So y, so now multiplication, when you bring this to right hand side, it will become division. So y is equal to 12 by 18. So here it is 6 2s are 12, 6 3s are 18. So 2 by 3. So the value for this particular y is 2 by 3. So when you solve this particular 8th question, you will be getting answer as 2 by 3. So now let us solve the 9th question which is there in this particular exercise. That is 3 into 5z minus 7 minus 2 into 9z minus 11 on LHS, that is equal to 4 into 8z minus 13 minus 17. So here you can remove these brackets, just I showed in the previous problem itself. So 3 will be multiplied with this 5 and 3 will also be multiplied with this 7. Here also 2 will be multiplied with 9z and also minus 11. Here also 4 will be multiplied with 8z and minus 13. So 3 into 5z will be 15z, 3 5s are 15. So 15z, 3 into 7 will be 21. So minus is there, so minus 21. This is not 12, this is minus 21. So 15z minus 21 minus, I'll open the bracket for this second term. 2 into 9 is 18z, 2 into 11 is minus 22, and here minus is there, hence it becomes minus 22. 2 into 11 is 22, minus is there, so minus 22. So 18z minus 22, that is actually equal to 4 into 8. So 8 4s are 32z minus 4 into 13. So 13 4s are 26, 52. So minus 52. Here minus is there inside. So 4 into minus 13 will become minus 52. Minus 17 is there. So you write that minus 17 as it is. Now you can bring this term outside bracket. So it will become 15z minus 21. When you bring this 18z outside, here outside minus is there. So it will become minus 18z. Here minus is there, here also minus is there, minus into minus becomes plus 22 is equal to, on right hand side you have 32z minus 52 minus 17. Now you can actually separate this. So 32z if you bring to LHS, it will become minus 32z. So 15z, here minus 18z is there, so minus 18z. When you bring this 32z to LHS, it will become minus 32z. Now you can bring this 21 and plus 22 onto RHS. So when minus 21 comes to RHS, it will become plus 21. When plus 22 comes to RHS, it will become minus 22. Minus 52 and minus 17 are there as it is. Now if you solve this, you have same variable for these three numbers. So you can actually subtract, add and subtract these particular three numbers. So 15 minus 18 will become minus 3. Minus 3 minus 32 becomes minus 35. Z will be there common. Here also you can do the addition and subtraction of these numbers. 21 minus 22 will become minus 1. Minus 1 minus 52 will be minus 53. Minus 53 minus 17 will be minus 70. So here the answer is minus 70. So the equation which you are getting here is 35z is equal to minus 70. So here also minus is there, here also minus is there on both sides. So you can bring 70 to this side, 35z to this side. So that will become 70 is equal to 35 into z. So if you bring this 35 into LHS, so multiplication will become division. So 70 divided by 35 will be equal to z. So 35 1s are 35 2s are 70. So 2 is equal to z, or you can write this 2 is equal to z as z is equal to 2. So when you solve this particular equation, like this particular 9th question, you are getting answer as z is equal to 2. Coming to the 10th question, they have given in the form of decimals. So 0.25 into 4f minus 3 is equal to 0.05 into 10f minus 9. Now you can actually solve this. This 0.25 should be multiplied for both 4f and minus 3 on LHS, and on RHS this 0.05 should be multiplied for this 10f and also for this minus 9. So when you multiply 0.25 with 4, you will get 4 5s are 20. So similarly 4 2s are 8, 8 plus 2 will be 10. So again 0. So 4 zeros are 0, 0 plus 1 will be 1. So after two numbers you have to put this decimal. So after these two numbers I will put decimal point. So here it will be the decimal point. So when you multiply 0.25 with 4f, you are getting 1.00f as your answer, or 1f as your answer. So when you multiply this 0.25 with minus 3, you will get minus 0.75. Similarly, when you multiply this 0.05 with 10, it will be 5 into 10 will be 50. So after two numbers you should actually put the decimal point. So it will be 0.5. So f is there. So 0.5f. Now you can multiply this 0.05 with minus 9 as well. So 9 5s are 45. Minus is there. So minus 45. After two numbers you should put decimal. So that will become 0.45. Now you can actually separate this. So 1f will be there here itself in LHS. 0.5f you can bring to LHS. So that will become minus 0.5f. This minus 0.75 you can bring to RHS. So this will become plus 0.75. So plus 0.75 minus 0.45 will be there as it is. So f minus 0.5 will be 1 minus 0.5, because here both the numbers have same variables. You can actually perform this subtraction between 1 and 0.5. So 1 minus 0.5 will be 0.5 f is equal to 0.75 minus 0.45 will be 0.3. So now you can easily solve this. So 0.5 f is equal to 0.3. This is the equation which you have got. Here it is actually 0.5 into f. So here this multiplication when you bring to RHS, it will become division. So f will be equal to 0.3 divided by 0.5. So this is actually 3 by 5. So if you multiply 10 on both numerator and denominator, it will become 3 by 5. So whenever you are actually converting this 0.3 into 0.5, I am actually multiplying both numerator and denominator with 10. Because both this 10 and 10 can get cancelled, and again 0.3 by 0.5 will be remaining as it is. So if you multiply both numerator and denominator with common term, then value doesn't get changed. Because here also you are multiplying 10 with numerator, and here also you are multiplying denominator with the same number 10. So again this 10 can get cancelled, and again the same value will be remaining. So there is no wrong in multiplying 10 with both 10 to both numerator and denominator. So when you multiply 10 to numerator, it will be 0.3, it will be 3. So when you multiply 10 to 0.5, it will become 5. So that's why it has become 3 by 5. So now, since they have asked in the form of decimal, we can also keep this particular answer in decimals. So f is equal to 3 by 5. Here you can solve this particular problem. So 5 ones are 5. So 5, 3 you cannot actually divide. So you will actually put one decimal point here, 0 point. So then this particular 3 becomes 30. So 5 6s are 30. So 5 ones are 5. 5 0.6s are 3. or 6s are 30. So 0.6 will be the answer. So when you solve this 3 by 5, you get 0.6 as your answer. So the answer for this particular f will be 0.6 or 3 by 5. So after solving this particular 10th question, the answer which you are getting is 0.6. So this is all there in this particular video. I have actually solved most of the exercise problems which were there in exercise 2.1 and exercise 2.2 in this particular second chapter of mathematics in 8th standard. So like this, I will be uploading more and more physics, chemistry, mathematics videos starting from 8th standard till 12th standard. So if you want to learn physics, chemistry and mathematics, then please do subscribe to my channel and stay tuned with my channel. Thank you.